Sure.
Dakshin, thank you. So yes, my name is Ron Bernstein. I'm the CEO of LonMark International. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on with LonMark. LonMark's been around for many years, and we have some new exciting advancements in the technology as well as new markets. So at this show, not only are we talking about smart buildings, but we're also highlighting smart cities and how the technology that's been used for smart buildings is now being used in a broader set of applications in the street lighting and smart city marketplace. So let me start off a little bit with the message that we're delivering over in Hall 5.0, which is about smart city applications using the LonWorks protocol, and it's more than just about the technology, it's about opening up more choices, more flexibility, and more products that communicate using an integrated, interoperable model. And then we look at the LonTalk protocol in LonWorks as the backbone of a smart city, where we're now seeing new applications where the same technology that we use in standard building automation can be used in all sorts of different applications. And we're using the tagline, empowering intelligent control networking solutions. So a little bit about LonMark and a background of LonMark. We've been around for many years, since the mid-90s, developed as a member-based global nonprofit standards development trade association. And we're involved in developing educational programs and proficiency training and testing. We do interoperability compliance on products. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. We've developed a new IoT infrastructure that I'll share a little bit about. We have now many different media types. Two new ones have just come to the market, and actually we'll hear about those in a little bit. We develop device profiles, and this is one of the keys that sets LonMark apart from many of the other organizations, is we're not just a low-level protocol, we've actually developed a high-level interoperability model on top of that for device profiles. We have standards committees. In fact, several of our standards committee members are here. There was one this morning that happened. We do marketing and promotion and networking and research. So that's a nonprofit trade association. We have many members that are involved in providing this to the marketplace. So we're involved in many different markets: smart buildings, smart homes, smart cities and campuses, smart energy and energy efficiency and smart grid programs, smart factories and smart stores. So we're not just involved in building automation, but also in process control. And we've been involved in developing interoperability standards for networking solutions for going on almost 30 years now. So it's a well-adopted and well-accepted technology. So it's a global standard network in ISO, CEN, ANSI, and the China National Standard, GBZ. We now have over 500 certified devices, 140 million, maybe more, 150 million, somewhere in that range, installed devices, with over 500,000 solutions worldwide. And we also do training, so we think training is a very important part of the message. So we deliver a training program to train system integrators and designers and how to install and commission buildings, and there's a good market for those. There's about 1,000 of them worldwide. So a little bit more about what we're working on. So we have new members. We always bring in new members. We want to highlight them. Many of them are here at the show. So we have several new members that have joined us this year. In fact, I think we're going to hear about some of the technology from one of them coming up here shortly. So we have over 200 members, and the certified professionals are approaching 1,000 certified products. So I mentioned these points. We also have about 154 device profiles. Those are for room automation and lighting control and building automation, HVAC, also in the food service industry and energy industry. We've taken and developed these interoperable device profiles. So we have a Best of Year awards program. We announced this yesterday. Just want to share a few highlights. ISDA won for the large project of the year. Adatel, and one of their partners is right across the way here, won for the integrated small building application for a banking facility. Certified Product of the Year was from STV for their sub-meter product. Our Honorary Visionary of the Year winner was Mitch Slavinsky from the Americas, and our Visionary of the Year was Jörg Schneck from Vostok Schwabe. He won our Visionary of the Year award. That was all discussed yesterday at the press conference. So, a few new technology updates. LON has now become an international standard for its new LON IP. So this is IP-based technology with a LON protocol on top. It was certified as a CTA standard 2 weeks ago. It's now entering into the CEN and the ISO process. You'll hear more about HDPLC, High Definition Power Line Carrier, for communication over long distances over power lines. So that's a new 1 megabit per second channel type. We're going to hear more about that in 2 more sessions from now. We also have a new RF technology. That RF technology allows LonWorks over an RF mesh media type. And we'll hear about that as well. Another new project that's recently started is new web services to support LonWorks applications on the IoT. So for devices like cell phones and tablets to directly talk to LonWorks devices in the field, this new web services platform enables being able to share that profile data across an open network using an IT backbone. And we have a new set of resource files for those who are developing LonWorks products. The version 16 of the resource files are coming out, and all of those relate to all the new room automation profiles that were approved last year. So 50, 51, or 52 new profiles are now part of that new standard, and they are part of the ANSI and CEN 14908-6 protocol. So we have the new LonMark magazine. If you haven't picked one up, here's the new LonMark International magazine and the new LonMark Germany flyer for the show. They're right behind us here at the LonMark Deutschland booth. We have a new WordPress website where we're storing all the data from the trade shows, all of our presentations and marketing material. So if you want to grab one of these, this is a direct link, a QR code link to that site. So you can come by and pick up one of those. And it'll have all of these presentations. This presentation and all of the other LonMark presentations throughout the show are all going to be stored there because they're being recorded. So we'll have a searchable index going back to educational sessions for over 10 years. So there's probably close to 100, 150 presentations, technical, marketing updates there. So it's all in a new searchable WordPress website. We have some new videos that are on there on smart cities and LonMark and the magazine. So we've been very busy over the last year. We've had activities around the world, trade shows and events that we've covered. So it's a long list of events. And for this year, we're again very active. Lots of things happening. We're at this show. We're just at the ASHRAE show in Chicago in January. We've got some things coming up that are very interesting. One of them I want to mention is we're going on a seminar tour to Latin America, and we'll be doing that in the fall, and we're going to be highlighting a tour throughout 6 countries and 8 cities in Latin America at the request of our marketing partners there. So we're doing more training activity, more education, and support for our certified professionals. So we've got a new set of training material and now multi-language support for all of the education and training programs and enhancing that throughout 2018. So in the standards world, we now have work going on in CEN, ISO, and ANSI all concurrently. With the new profiles. Those were developed and are going through the standards update process now. All approved. The LON IP was approved in March, just a couple of weeks ago. The high definition power line carrier is now a new work item within both ANSI and CEN. And we expect that to be approved later this year and published as a new standard. The ISM RF is also in the same realm. We're hoping that approves either Q4 or Q1 of next year. So we'll hear more about that as it develops. The new LonMark Web Services will become the 14908-10 standard. So that's another new project that's been activated. So all of these are new projects that are happening within the standards bodies, and all of the existing technology from 14908-1 through 4 and others have all now been reaffirmed, meaning that they're on a 10-year maintenance cycle. So we haven't really had any updates to the original core technology in a while, so we've reaffirmed them, so they're all still ANSI, CTA, and ISO standards. As I mentioned, this QR code that you can get has all the presentations, all the collateral material, all the technical information, press releases, and technical bulletins, all on the LonMark website. So you can go directly to that site. So at Light & Building, we have two booths. We have the booth right behind us here that's highlighting the building automation. And then over in Hall 5 at stand D29, there is the Smart Cities Pavilion. And that Smart Cities Pavilion is very large, very active. I was there yesterday for the press briefing. So there's a lot of new interesting technology coming out, and I highly recommend you come over to that and take a look there. So the result, we're empowering intelligent control networking solutions for many different markets. Much of the new technology is being used both in buildings and in smart cities, smart stores, educational environments as well. And that concludes my talk. Thank you very much. Any questions? Yes. Why don't you grab the mic so it's recorded?
Thank you. Hi, Ron. Thank you for the presentation. I was just wondering, what do you think of LonMark's unique position in both smart buildings and smart cities at the same time? And how do you play to the advantage of that?
Well, the advantage to that is the core technology can be used in many different markets. Interoperability, device definition profiles. The same core product types that's being used inside a building is just being remanufactured and restructured to be used in the smart city application, specifically street lighting and outdoor environments. So it's a repackaging of kind of core existing technology. So the uniqueness is that we now can work the same enterprise management system that's managing the outside can manage the inside, or look at the outside parking lot lights, for example, the street lights within a campus or a community. It can all work in an interoperable environment. I remember the last speaker talked about these silos. Well, LonWorks has been building a methodology to remove those silos for the last 30 years, and we've been doing that very effectively. So by having the same core technology working in both environments, we're leveraging all the devices you can use in a building can now be used outside a building. So we're seeing parking meters, EV charging stations, parking sensor detection, even outdoor imaging, as you know, for advanced thermographics and forensics. So we're seeing a lot of new applications built on the same LonWorks core technology. Any other questions?